Welcome to this week's episode of Diaries of a Dull Dad, and it has been far from a dull week, let me tell you. I'm gonna pop up a few of my own physique comparisons just to keep with the tradition of this series, but this week, as I will get on to, has been very much not about me. So my own physique, actually, really happy with where I'm at the moment, considering it's been manic. We've been driving loads, we've been traveling around, my stress levels have been through the roof. Half a pound off this week, and the physique looking really good. Helped by some pretty decent lighting. These are taken from an Airbnb, a nice bit of natural lighting coming in from the side. Definitely looking a little bit leaner. And yeah, really happy with where these are at. But what you are going to see in the rest of this video is my incredible client, Danny, who, one of the reasons that we're back in the UK at the moment was for me to be part of the first time that he steps on stage. And there's gonna be lots of videos, pictures and stuff coming up of his physique, how well he's done, and I wanted to be there with him as part of that journey. We had a conversation about him competing probably about a year ago now. He and I have been working together for quite some time, like 2 to 3 years, and built a really good relationship, and I think it's just important that is part of the process of coaching, is that you do allow someone, coach client. In my opinion, they should be working together for quite a long time before anything like jumping on stage happens, and especially when that's the first time, because all of that's going to be new. Danny very much put his trust in me. He is the first client that I've put on stage, and I very open from him from the beginning to say that would be the case, and as long as he was happy to put that trust in me, I would absolutely love to be the person that helps him. We've been through a lot together. We've been through mini cuts, growth phases, slightly longer fat loss phases. And so for him to say, yeah, I absolutely want it to be you that coaches me to stage was a huge honor. Something that I took incredibly seriously, did lots and lots of research to make sure that I knew exactly what I was doing. But there's also a lot of in the moment decisions that have to get made when it comes to prep. You can have all the best laid plans, but sometimes you have to pivot, sometimes you have to adjust. And, part of that is seeing that person in person. I think you can do a hell of a lot online, like with pictures, with videos, etc. But actually seeing that person, can change that. And so we arrived on Friday in Coventry. The show was in Rugby on the Sunday. I saw Danny on Saturday morning, first thing. We had a session together. You'll see a few videos from us training together. Assessed him, looked at him pose, made the adjustments that were needed, made sure that food was where it needed to be. Saw him again Saturday evening, so once he'd had his first coat of tan, and again made some more adjustments there, in the moment changes. And then I was with him all morning and for the rest of the day on the Sunday. And it was just an amazing experience for him, but also for me to be part of that journey. And as I say, you're going to see lots and lots of videos coming up of the day, and then I'll give a little bit of a recap at the end. Hopefully the sound is okay on here. A little bit of road noise with the road next to me, but trained with Danny yesterday, which was absolutely amazing. He looked so good. So trained with him in the morning. He went in. He went and had lots of food for the day. Got his tan late last night, his first coat of tan late last night, came to see us, did a few little posing rounds, just looked absolutely insane, just so lean. I know Lara described it as he looked like one of those anatomy charts that you'd see in like a biology lesson, like the human anatomy charts, which is really cool. Lara, and I think Danny's wife as well, probably never really seen anyone quite that lean. Which is just amazing. It's just so like the hard work that Danny's put in to get here. Make no mistake, it's hard work to get to this point, to put yourself on stage, but all of that hard work is 100% paying off, because he's honestly just going to look so good up on that stage, and cannot wait. So just got to Rugby, had to dash into Asda to get some emergency supplies for Danny. But we're on our way back to the venue. Danny's just getting his top up coat of tan right now, and then showtime in a few hours time. Very, very excited indeed. Just grabbed myself a coffee because it's still relatively early. Louis had us up nice and early, but yeah, on my way back to the venue. Let's see what Danny's looking like with that second coat of tan on. And it's going to be a few hours till he's on stage, so emergency supplies engaged. We might need to fill him up a little bit more.
A red hot welcome for these guys. This is Ben's classic physique first timers. Here we are.
Fodam-se os prêmios, fodam-se os prêmios, yeah. Fodam-se os prêmios, fodam-se os prêmios, yeah. Sou cotado pra não levar nada pra casa. Acho que minha presença já é o bastante. Mamãe disse que sou o rei das massas. Se sou, então eu ajoelhe perante. Vão sentir quando outra nascer, uma que não queira favorecer aqueles que comandam por trás. Não me sujeito a isso jamais. Eu sou foda, viada é foda, Joane é foda, mesmo sem vitória. Fodam-se os prêmios, fodam-se os prêmios. Premiam só aqueles que protagonizam o desenho. Fodam-se os prêmios, fodam-se os prêmios. Um troféu é comprado, não importa o desempenho. Fodam-se os prêmios, fodam-se os prêmios. Premiam só aqueles que protagonizam o desenho. Fodam-se os prêmios, fodam-se os prêmios. Um troféu é comprado, não importa o desempenho. Fodam-se os... Eu me fudi pra alcançar, não é você quem vai ditar como que eu devo lançar. Faço por mim, não por outra, blá 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 blá. Você só tá salivando.
Life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name, and it feels like when you call my name, it's like a little prayer. I'm down.
Very, very, very tough class, very hard class. Here's how it went. 5th place, first timers men's classic. 5th place went to number 16, Danny Holland.
Yes, Danny!
Nicola, he needs a big one. That's what she said. Fourth place, this incredible lineup goes to number 23, Alex Chambers. The bronze medal, very, very close fight for the bronze medal, 7 points to 8. And on that very, very thin decision, the bronze medal goes to number 20, Jack Hickerman. Your silver medalist on the other side of that split, very close. Your silver medal goes to number 21, Tom Macaroni. Which leaves your winner, gold medalist and first timers classic physique champion, number 22, Mo Gonzalez.
So, as you will just have seen, Danny came 5th out of a strong lineup of 10, you know, especially that top 5. That top 5 were very, very good. You know, the winner, deserved winner in my opinion. He was very, very good, you know, a really decent level of muscularity, condition, like it was very much there. And for a first-time competitor, he was very, very, very solid. In my personal opinion, when it came to sort of 2nd through 5th, it could have been a little bit of a toss-up. I think there's certain people within that 2 to 5, you know, some were slightly bigger and more muscled, but maybe not as conditioned. Others were maybe more conditioned, but didn't carry as much tissue. But for Danny to get 5th in his first ever competition, especially being tall, like, you know, tallest competitor on that stage, 6'4", it's very, very difficult to look big. And, you know, where muscularity is part of the process, it's difficult to be comparable, you know, to someone who's 4, 6, 8 inches shorter than you. It just looks like that person's going to carry more muscle tissue. They could be exactly the same muscularity in real terms, but, you know, Danny's got these real long limbs, real long torso. He looked absolutely insane. And, you know, I think one of the things that I was incredibly proud of in particular, his posing routine was just absolutely phenomenal. Like, genuinely, you know, made me feel a little bit emotional watching that, because I know how much hard work he's put into that. And a big shout out to his posing coach, Sammy, Flow by Sammy on socials. He's done a lot of work, and, you know, Danny's been practicing that time and time again, and it all came together at the right time. And again, for me to see that, to be part of that, some of the videos you'll see are probably not the best, because I was very conscious of actually just wanting to see with my own eyes. So sometimes I'm literally just holding the phone above my head, not really sure where it's pointing, but I just really wanted to be part of that moment. And especially when it came to his routine, because, like I said, I know how hard he'd worked on it, and he absolutely nailed it. And he looked superb, absolutely incredible. And you know, we all went out for a bite to eat afterwards. He had lots of friends and family there to support him. That support network, just, you know, insane. And they do deserve a shout out as well, because it's a very, very selfish thing to step on a bodybuilding stage. You go through that prep process, and there are times where, you know, you have to shut absolutely everyone else out. That just is part of it. You know, it's all about you, and you have to have the right people around you to pull you through that, because you know, you're going to get tempted by stuff. There's going to be times where people are trying to get you out, and you might be out and about and you're trying to be as laser focused as possible. But, you know, when you're heavily depleted, you're knackered, you know, the temptation to give in can be strong, and it's really important to have good people around you for that. So he has got some amazing people in his corner, and it was great to spend some time with them too. So anyway, I'm going to leave this one here because it's been pretty full on, pretty crazy. We are back at my parents' now for a few days before we then go back to France at the weekend. So enjoy this one. Like, have a watch back of those videos again, because, you know, some absolutely incredible stuff happening in them. A lot for Danny to be proud of. I know it's taken a little while for it to things to sort of sink in for him, and it probably will come, you know, in waves. There'll be moments where he's just going to look back and he'll remember those certain things and times, and, you know, memories will pop up from time to time, and just, yeah, soak it all in, because it was massively deserved. And, you know, I'm just very proud to be part of that. So huge thank you to Danny, a massive well done. And if anyone has got any questions on that process, on prep, you know, yes, I know this was the first person I've taken through it, but, you know, it was an incredible experience. And as I say, I think, like, a huge shout out to Danny for putting that trust in me too. And I'm sure he will agree that, you know, it's very much a team effort, excuse me, in these circumstances. Like, I'll be the first one to push all the credit to him, because he's the one that actually had to physically do it, to eat the things, to do the cardio, to do the training, to do the posing. And he's very quick to push a little bit my way and say thank you for, you know, keeping me level-headed, for putting the plans in place. So it is a team effort, and yeah, just amazing. So any questions, anytime, everyone is very welcome to get in touch at Ben Howard Fitness on all my socials, ben@benhowardfitness.com if you want to email. And yeah, we'll catch up very soon.